Alright everyone, welcome back to BTD6. Now, back into the activated Odyssey. We are onto what is probably the hardest level. End of the road, half cash mode. So, you start off with 1,000 or 1,100 if you have the correct monkey knowledge. And I think we're going to start with Quincy right around here. Maybe, yes. And we'll just see where that gets us for now. Because I think Quincy can hold off for quite some time, and considering it's half cash mode, it might be good to get a banana farm early. I'm not sure how easy that will be for us, but I think with Quincy on our side, with his rapid shot, it shouldn't be too difficult at all. So the only thing I'm worried about for this map is potentially round 63, round 76, and round 78. The Moabs I think we'll do fine against, but when it comes to the ceramics, I'm not so sure. So I think we're going to be relying heavily on Quincy's second ability for us to deal with those waves, and luckily they're spaced out just enough that we might be able to use it for each of them. So for example, between wave 63 and 76, there's massive gap, right? But between wave 76 and 78, there's only one round, but I think that'll be enough for us to recharge the ability by that time. So, we're going to be heavily relying on Quincy for those 3 waves. But other than that, I think we should be well and good, so to speak. I'm just trying to think of what we should get after our banana farm, because we're not gonna level up our banana farm, not at all. We're just gonna keep it as a basic 000 for now, just because any extra money is good extra money. So we'll just keep it basic down here somewhere, just to generate us what, 40 extra dollars per round, which is pretty good. It almost makes up for the loss in end of the round cash, which I believe is now cut down to 50. So now we're making 90, so it's almost like regular end of round cash, but this is half cash mode, and half cash mode is the biggest pain in the entire world. Alright, so what can we really go for to smash out some of these waves? I think Wall of Fire is a no-brainer. We have to get Wall of Fire. Moab Maulers would be good for the first Moab, maybe even subsequent ones. Quincy, you're starting to slow down a bit, slacking off. But yeah, I think we will go for a Wall of Fire. We might just put all of our Wall of Fires in the same spot, just around this same area. Actually, now that I think about it, that might be a terrible idea. But at least for now, we'll get the first one up in here. Get that fireball going, so now we can pop leads. Quincy's got our back for the first few camo waves, and then we can get up a Dartling Gun to... Oops. My bad. I did not have my finger on the trigger for that one. Not fast enough anyway. But that's alright. Only took out some mana shield lives. Easily preventable as well. Okay. Man, I forget how slow the early rounds are. I was just playing one of the daily challenges today, and that went by real quick. Holy crap. That flew by. Alright. I'm just thinking, what other ways can we guarantee to deal with 63 with these towers? It's actually quite difficult. But I think there's a couple of ideas that I've got going on. Quincy. Good boy. Let's see. Well, obviously Hydro Rocket pods are 100% on the list of to get. There's our Wall of Fire. So that should be perfect once he actually places it. There we go. Look at that damage. Much better. Alright, and now we need some Moab popping power. What should we get? To pop a Moab. Wow, he's really slow at placing that wall of fire, huh? Okay, I think to pop a Moab, we're gonna go for our Dartling Gun. And just hope for the best. I think we'll place our Dartling Gun like right here, maybe? Just so that we can point and aim at any part of the track at any time. You know, rather than locking it into place. I suppose we could lock it like right there, which would be good for now. Just while we're trying to collect bananas and all that. So we can upgrade him from a distance. And he's still going to be quite good. Don't get me wrong, this is not the best position for a Dartling Gunner, but I'm just trying to think ahead to when we verse like a boatload of ceramics. Like, yeah, it'd be nice to aim straight down the track, but we don't have the precision firing to make it like consistent. So if we just put him here, we can aim wherever we want him to. If we ever start to panic. And there may be one on the other side as well, down at the bottom. Would be really good, I'm thinking. Alright. So I don't think we'll get Hydro Rocket Pods before the first Moab comes. So I think we're going to have to find something else to deal with it. But yeah, so far we've only got our Dartling Gunner and Quincy to deal with camo balloons. Ooh, and what are we going to do for 78? Because if we use our ability on 76, and then we get it back for 78, do we use it on the first lot of ceramics or the second lot? Probably the second lot, because they're the camo ceramics. Not many others will be able to aim for them, whereas the first lot, everyone should be able to hit. Alright, I'm thinking Moab Mauler for the protection against Moabs here. Spastically move the mouse up and down over here so we collect the banana farms. Get that Mauler. There we go. Alright. So I think... I'm so sorry for that. I just knocked over my microphone. If you couldn't already tell. So... once we've got the Moab Mauler, I really think round 40 won't stand much of a chance. So I'm thinking... well, I'm trying to think of what we could do. Because, like, Moabs are easy. That's the worst part about half cash mode, is that Moabs are usually not the problem. Like, 9 times out of 10, the problem is regular balloons. Move you up a bit. Yeah, that's a bit better. So I'm just wondering how we can deal with regular balloons. We just need a lot of abilities, really. So if we can get a few abilities up as quick as possible, then I think we'll be doing quite well. Okay, so here's the first Moab after this lot. Thank you. And yeah, I think we got it covered. Oh yeah, we got it covered. Quincy's made sure of that. Okay, and then we just need to take down... Really, that zebra balloon got that far? Huh. Strange. Never mind. We'll get our Dragon's Breath, which I believe will help out quite a lot. And then now we'll go for our Hydro Rocket Pods, because I think we'll have enough time to get it in between. Plus, if another Moab comes, our Dragon's Breath should be able to take it down with minimal effort. Ooh. Quincy, can you clean those up? Thank you. Alright. But yeah, once we get a Hydro Rocket Pod, we should be rolling in the damage by that point. So we shouldn't be too bad. Man, why does it feel like I'm sunburned? I don't know why. I've been indoors all of yesterday and today. Well, I say today, I've only just recently woken up. But yeah, I don't get it. I've been indoors pretty much all of yesterday. The only time I was outside was at night time, when the sun was literally gone. So I don't know why I feel sunburned, but it feels like the back of my neck is just red. Strange. Alright, well, let's just get through this half cache mode, and then every other map after that should be quite easy. Oh, we're just about able to afford our Hydra rocket pods here. Very close, very close. Quincy, pick up the pace. Thank you. But yeah, essentially this entire Odyssey is about getting as many abilities as you can and just spamming them when you can. Okay, hold up. That's a little too much for my liking. We're gonna have to aim this boy ourselves. Chuck it into manual. And it's a shame too, because we're so close to getting Hydra rocket pods, so we wouldn't need to do that. Okay, keep it still, keep it steady. And then when the banana farm ticks off again, we'll try and quickly grab it. Perfect timing. Okay, I think down here is actually a really good spot. Yep, we got it covered. It's all good. I think the only really difficult thing about this whole Odyssey is the fact that we can't do even just a little bit of cross-pathing. You know? Like, the only thing you can really cross-path with is the Super Monkey, which is the entire reason why we grabbed him, because he's actually pretty decent against Moabs, but turns out we need more ceramic damage than Moab damage, so it really would have been good to say ditch the glue gunner, because without the cross path he's kind of useless. Yeah, but if I was to redo this, ditch the glue gunner, grab a tack shooter, and just get a blade maelstrom. That would help. Oof, excuse me. That would help us out so much. We'll get this wizard lord. Well, not the wizard lord, but the summon wizard. Summon phoenix. Summon wizard. We've already got the wizard. Okay. Is this going to be a problem? Is this going to be a problem? Is this going to be a problem? Doesn't look like it's going to be a problem, but it could be a problem. I don't think it'll be a problem, but it's looking very close to being a problem. But no, it's not a problem. It's just a warning. It's saying, hey, if you don't get better camo defense, we're gonna mess you up. So, we will abide. Let's get ourselves another Dartling Gunner. Kind of make it so that they cross over in the middle. Make him camo detection. There we go. Now we should have a little bit of damage everywhere. Okay. Now I feel more confident. That's better. Alright, what else should we go for? I guess the Hydra Rocket Storm would be pretty nice. Just to deal, like, group damage. But overall, I think a second Hydra Rocket Pods would take priority over getting that. So we shall go for that first, and see how that goes. That's a lot of balloons, but we're fine. What I'm trying to aim for here is to have the Hydra Rocket Pods over here deal all the damage at the start, and for this guy to be dealing all the damage at the end. Obviously, he doesn't have the insane upgrade of explosive damage that can also pop black and zebra balloons, but he will. Just give him some time. And we've also got the Phoenix, which will be really handy later on, perhaps for dealing with those pesky ceramics, but we'll see. We'll see. Okay, those guys get pretty far, but that's okay. In fact, now that I think about it, it is probably a lot better to put your Dartling Gunners on this map on the bottom half of the map rather than the top half. Just because if you put them on the top half, and let's say you've got a massive just bunch of rainbows or ceramics or something all coming through all at once, then your top path Dartling Gunners will only be able to aim at the ones coming in, not the ones leaving. So if you put them on the bottom and there's nothing leaving, then you can aim for the top ones. But if you put them on the bottom and something is leaving, you can also just take them out of the way as well. If you catch what I'm saying there. All right, how do we do against a Moab? We seem quite good. Oh yeah, we're fine. Ooh, actually, that did get a little hairy there. Not gonna lie. So maybe we will put down another Moab Mauler. Slap him on strong. Because Moab Maulers do quite a good amount of damage to Moab specifically. Obviously that's what they're targeted for, but like, it's such a cheap upgrade as well. You wouldn't expect it to be that good. But there you go. Second Moab Mauler, just in time for fortified Moabs. And once again, they're not a problem. Alright, let's see about this round. How well do we do with just the Hydra Rocket Pods? Give it to me straight, Doc. Can we win this? Doesn't look like it. Alright, so we might have to throw in some abilities here, which is a little bit worrisome. Oh, actually, let's first test it. Just unlocking these guys and constantly aiming at the group. Because neither of them were fully aiming at this the entire time, were they? Ooh. Okay. We did manage it, but I think we will still use Quincy's first ability to help clear this wave up. Yeah, that's done nicely. And then Quincy's second ability to clean up the last wave. Just because the last wave's quite a few more ceramics, so if we just do that, it's no problem at all. Alright. So, I think we're alright now. We should be quite well off. These fortified boys are quite strong, but nothing we can't handle. There we go. Also, it's good, like, I know it's going to be like a lot slower, but it's really good to slow down the rounds to either lock your guys back onto position if they're not locked on, or just to help them aim during a round if you think they need some assistance. Because if they need some assistance and you're not helping them aim, well, if you are helping them aim, it's just a lot easier to slow it down so you can keep up with the balloons, rather than try and go 2 times speed and have to keep up with them. It just makes life a lot easier. Alright, 2 lots of BFBs, no problem for us. Okay, so we're gonna get another Dragon's Breath here, and hopefully another Summon Phoenix. Just because the more abilities we have, the more likely we are to beat the ceramic waves later on. Especially the Summon Phoenix ability, even just on its own. It's got infinite range, it's got high damage. What more could you want in a tower? Let's use Quincy's first ability here, just to make sure things are cleaning up nicely. And then get ourselves another Dragon's Breath when we're ready. BFB, looking at you. Please pop, give us some cash. Thank you. There it is. Second Dragon's Breath. Surely help us out quite a bit. Oh, have I been missing out on the banana farm action? I am so sorry. That is so unlike me. Alright. But I think we're doing well so far. Round 69. Not too many hiccups. No lives lost, thanks to our mana shield. But yeah, the boat, the glue gunner, and the spike factory here are all pretty big wastes of time, not gonna lie. The boat without a cross path is literally just Moab damage. The glue gunner without a cross path is literally just terrible, so don't get that at all if you can help it. Although the ability might be a bit of a saviour. And the spike factory without a cross path is just absolute trash. Not gonna lie. It's expensive and trash. Two things you don't want in a half cash mode. Alright, so if we can get another Summon Phoenix before wave 60 or 76, I think that'll be really good. And by get another Summon Phoenix, I mean get it and have the cooldown ready for 76. Not just have it for 76. But I think that shouldn't be too difficult for us here. There we go. Got ourselves another one on the way. And then we may as well place our last Wizard Monkey probably over here, so that the Wall of Fire is likely to be later on rather than early. Is this wave going to be a problem for us? Looks like it has the potential to be a problem for us. But is it actually going to be a problem for us? No, it's fine. We managed it. Hydro Rocket Pods are insanely good at managing ceramic balloons in small bursts. Well, I mean, we did manage to handle 63 fairly well with them. If we were on a longer map, which is literally any other map, I think we would have done even better. Because we did pop them quite late, the ceramics of 63, but... Man, that just sounds like a battle in history, doesn't it? When we fought against the ceramics of 63. Okay, no, we're good, we're good. Okay, and then... Ooh, are we good? Yeah, it doesn't look like we're good. Okay. We might need to focus on those guys a little bit more than we are. If possible. I suppose we could use a Phoenix. Get ourselves that Wall of Fire up. And then start aiming these guys a bit more appropriately. There we go. You can speed up the rounds if you're aiming for, like, BFBs. Just because they're fat and slow. But if you're aiming for, like, anything lower than a Moab, definitely take your time there. Yep, take him out, take him out. And then last one. Yeah, it's just because that first guy's locked into the first position, so we don't really... Oh, wow. Seriously? No, I think we'll be fine. Yeah. Didn't lose too much. We're going to use Quincy's ability here, just because this wave is quite strong. And I did say that's why we're saving up Quincy's ability. So we may as well keep it going. And I think we're just going to keep it on manual aiming until the end of the game now. So we can handle these guys. We kind of want to draw out the rest of the round here, if possible. So we're going to not shoot at these guys just yet, because we want to get Quincy's ability back for 78, just in case we need it. And you know what, I think we will get it back in time, so we can just start aiming back at these guys. Quincy's first ability. There we go. Destroy all of those. Okay. I think we're just about finished with this round now. It's these last few rounds that get you, because round 75, as you could tell from the previous maps, was quite easy, but that's because 76 and 78 are the real enemies here. Let's see if we can do this with just the Hydro Rockets, and everybody else, of course. See? Right there. That's why we save up our abilities for 78. Okay, let's see if one summon Phoenix can help us out with this. Because we don't want to use our second ability here, or Quincy's second ability here. We want to save that for the next lot, because that can see camos. Okay, so we use it. How well does it actually help us out here? Okay, we could do that with just one Phoenix. That's perfect. So now, the middle part of this wave is easy. It's one BFB, I believe. It might be fortified. And there's a bunch of purple balloons running through here at some point. There's the BFB. I think the purple balloons come after, and then the camo ceramics. So there we go. There's the purples. And now we need to be careful here of the camo ceramics, which are showing up very soon. And there they are. Okay, let's use Quincy's ability just to make short work of this, because holy crap, that would have been a pain to deal with otherwise. And we may as well get another Dragon's Breath for extra damage. Alright, but I think now that we've beaten wave 78, we're in the clear. I don't want to like jinx myself too early here, but I'm fairly certain that we can beat this now. Get another Phoenix, just in case. It'll be prepared for whenever we need it. And you know what, I think we will drop a Phoenix now, just because we've got another one on the way. Oh, it's already here. And fortifieds are a bit of a pain. So we'll deal with this. And then, there we go, cleanup is nice, and here's the ZOMG. So we can officially say that we have beaten this map, because everybody knows the ZOMG is much easier to take down than wave 78, 73, 76, 63, whatever you want to call it. Spawn in all of our Phoenixes, use Quincy's first ability, and finish up with his second one. Alright, so there you go. Half cash mode is a massive pain, so you need to get those abilities up and save them for the right time. 63, 76, 78 are the big 3 rounds you need to look out for. And don't be fooled by 78. You need Quincy's second ability for the second wave of ceramics, because they are camouflaged, and I'm not sure if the Phoenix can actually see camo balloons. So there you go, half cash mode done. We're easy sailing now. We're only around 75, so half of the difficult waves are already gone. Alright, so now we can just focus on easy wins. Now admittedly, this is a bit of a difficult map at some points in time, but overall, the balloons have to go up this path, so if Quincy's got that covered, then we should be fine. Alright. So honestly, now that we're out of half cash mode and out of double HP Moabs mode, and we're just on standard difficulty, we really don't have to worry about too much. So, gonna get ourselves our lovely wall of fires set up. I don't wanna... I guess that'll be a decent enough position. Alright, so we're just gonna get the wall of fires here. So I'll see you guys when we can save up for that. Okay, there's our wall of fire. Easily gotten, and now balloons on this side that are not camo balloons should be slaughtered quite easily. So, now that we've got that covered, we need to think about where we're going to place our Dartling Guns, because they are the meat of our damage, to put it weirdly. They're going to be doing the majority of the damage for us outside of our wall of fires, so I think we'll have like 3 wall of fires, 1 there, 1 here, 1 there, just to balance things out. And then we will need 2 Dartling Gunners, maybe 1 down here aiming up this path, and then 1 up here aiming down this path, just to keep it symmetrical, because I mean, how good can we get the placement here? Yeah, so if we put like a Dartling Gunner here, he can aim up here and up here. He can't aim up the middle, but that's fine, because that's where the balloons go to exit. So I think we'll put our first one here and lock him into place, aiming up this play, up here. So even with his scattered shooting, he's got a decent decent lineup. And he can start shooting the guys that are coming straight out of here, which is also pretty nice. Let him hit camo balloons, which would be good. Pop. And then we're going to try and get a Hydra rocket pod as soon as we can. So, once again, once we have enough money for that, I will be back and we will purchase it. Because I think, yeah, we've got camos covered, we've got leads covered with Wall of Fire, and Quincy will eventually get leads covered as well. But Wall of Fire's got leads covered, Quincy's got camos covered, same with the Dartling Gun. So I'll see you guys when we get the Hydra rockets. Alright, Hydra rocket pods are quite expensive, so it's taken some time to get them, but we're just about here. And once we get these, all will be well within the world. We should be able to absolutely slaughter everything that comes in our path with this one upgrade. As you can see, a dramatic difference already. So there you go, nothing's getting through here. Anything that comes down here is screwed. And now, I think we're going to get ourselves another Wall of Fire very quickly. I don't think it really matters whereabouts. Maybe around here? Yeah, somewhere like this. We'll get another Wall of Fire. We don't need as many abilities now because we're not doing half cash mode and we're only going to 75. So realistically, we can just use Quincy's ability on 63 and then maybe even have like a Summon Phoenix as well on hand, just in case as like backup. But there we go, we get our two other Wall of Fires, just to make sure any regular balloons get messed up real good. Okay, so now we're going to be getting our second Dartling Gunner up, which we will be aiming straight down the other side of the track. Okay, so we seem to be doing fine for now. I don't see many hiccups forming. Oh, that could be a hiccup. We'll have to put it on this side then. Yeah, we get a bit more leeway on this side. Alright, so we have to put it in a weird spot, but overall doesn't really change where he's shooting too much. But yeah, let's see how we do against the first Moab. We should be quite well off, depending on where it comes from. If it comes from this side, we'll easily smash it. Okay, it came from the bottom. That could be quite tricky for us. Although, yeah, no, the ceramics had to go through the Hydra rockets. Yep. Okay, so we managed to smash that easy. I think we're going to save up for our second lot of Hydra rockets. So I'll see you guys when that happens, and we can start getting into the late game stuff. And there's our second Hydra rockets. So the reason we've got one on either side of the track, rather than both of them up the top working together shooting around, is just so that we can balance our defense a lot. So any balloons coming through up here will get hit by this guy on the way down, and then this guy on the way back up. Any balloons coming from here will start off getting hit by this guy, having to go through him, and then having to go back around again through these Hydra rockets. And so I think we're honestly quite well off now. So we're going to go for a Summon Phoenix. Just because if 63 does prove to be a problem, I believe the Summon Phoenix can solve it fairly nicely for us. But I don't feel like 63 should be much of a problem. Either way though, we're going for Summon Phoenix. Alright, that was really easy actually. So we've got quite a few rounds left before even 63 hits, so I think we're going to just keep going for them. So we're going to keep going and get these two guys to Summon Phoenix as well, if possible. If not, if like wave 63 hits before then we'll just deal with what we have. Okay, and there's our last Summon Phoenix. So we've got 3 of them, one's on its way, ready to go. I'm not sure what else we can really get now. I guess we can get a bomb shooter, like one on either side, sort of like here and here, just for extra Moab damage. Go for a Moab Mauler, and then do the same for you. Because besides round 78, which we're not versing in this map. Besides round 78, there's really not a lot of difficult camo levels to verse, so you can just rely on a couple of Dartling Guns to do most of the work. And we will actually lock this guy on a little bit further down, just because he was missing a few of the ones up here. But that should be fine. Wait, do these guys not care about obstacles on the map anyway? I think they don't actually care about obstacles. Like, when you click on them, it looks like this massive red area means they can't shoot there. But I think they can. I think they just don't care about any sort of obstacles in their way, which is actually very nice for us if that is the case. Alright, so we've got camo leads coming up here. Shouldn't be a problem thanks to our Dartling boys. And now we've got ourselves our first BFB. Let's see how we do. Quincy, shoot a little faster, just to make sure. And we seem quite fine. Yep, there we go. Okay, so BFBs aren't too bad. We're going to see about 63. So, not going to leave you guys just yet. But we'll see how we go for it. Because it can be pretty scary. So let's get ourselves a rocket storm. Just for the sake of it. I don't think we'll need it, but just in case. It's good to have extra backup abilities that deal quite a decent chunk of damage. So we'll go for both rocket storms. If we can afford it. Alright, wave 63. How do we fare? I think because on this map 63 is broken up into two paths, we actually fare a lot better than we thought. Because when 63 is one big clump and you've got two Hydra rocket storms both aiming at it, it can be quite difficult. But if it's broken down into two pathways, so like it's not all of 63 all at once, it does seem like quite a bit easier, because we didn't need a single ability for that. I think we should use our one of our rocket storms here, just to slow down some of the Moabs. Like, I don't think they were an actual threat, but just in case, you know? It's always best to be safe than sorry. Or in this case, it's always best to spam your abilities and live, than don't use them and die. But then again, you also need to make sure that you're saving them up for the correct waves, just like on the last map. Alright, so I honestly don't know what else we can get here. I guess we could get like a super monkey, but wherever we place it is going to be a bit off. You know what, we'll go for one right here. Why not? And then we'll just get super range, epic range, and then we will go for the bottom path completely, because Robo Monkey is a complete meme if you do not have Plasma unlocked. Alright, so I guess I'll see you guys if we can get this guy to a Batman of some sort. Alright, here's our first look at a Batman. Now, we're not going to be able to get that, but the round is almost over. We're almost finished with this game. Or at least, not this game, the map, my bad. So we will, and we've got a lot of backup abilities that we have yet to use. So we're just rolling in absolute money at this point. This map can be quite tricky if you don't know how to balance your defenses. Like, a lot of the time it is just making sure that your defense looks symmetrical to an extent. Like, for example, I put Quincy down here, so I wanted to put a strong damage dealer up here, which is where I put my first wizard. And then to balance out the two sides, I put my other wizards there. So most of the time there's a wall of fire on the sides and the top part of the map, while Quincy's got the bottom part covered. And then, obviously after that, Dartling Gunners, so that they can aim down this path. And if I need to manually use them, they can also aim down this path. So, final round. May as well use our Phoenix boys. And again. And again. And I believe we have won. Rocket Storm. Alright. Very nice, very easy. And the last map is even easier, because I'm pretty sure we have to go for round 65. and it's on medium difficulty instead of hard. Yes, so round 65. I believe it's medium difficulty. Yes, it is. And Quincy can go smack dab in the middle. Actually, that's a terrible spot, because look how much of the track he barely just can't see. So we may as well put him a bit towards the middle so that he can see pretty much the entire circle in the middle. Like, I know he might get some range buffs in the middle of the game, but at this point we just want him to be able to see everything he can. Alright, so Quincy can hold off his own, even with having to focus down 2 tracks. He can hold his own quite well, but I fear for this map we will need the help of a lot of Moab damage. So finish those off nice and quickly. And then we will get our usual wall of fires. Actually, we'll try and get them right above and below Quincy, so that one wall of fire will always be on this track, and another one will roughly always be on this bottom track. If we can help it, that would be amazing. But if not, that's fine too. There'll still be wall of fires, which will be just as good. Alright, so as you can tell, Quincy's a pretty good hero. He's managed to save our butts many times from waves like 63, 78, 76, etc. So that's why I picked him. Of course, also so that you guys could follow along a lot easier. Etienne would be a good pick. A very good pick, actually, because he can allow every other monkey to see camo balloons, which would be pretty nice to give the wizards camo detection, considering you can't go for the bottom cross path in this game. So yeah, it would be nice to give them camo detection, help us out with those waves where we struggle with camo balloons a bit more than usual, and give our Dartling Gunners a bit of a break as well, which would be nice. But as of right now, we're not doing too bad. I think we're on the home stretch. This was kind of like a bell curve of maps, so like it starts off really easy, then we had the double HP Moabs, which is a bit of a step up, and then we got to the peak where shit hit the fan and we hit half cash and we were just like, oh crap, this is not good. we need all of the damage now. And then now we're on the slow decline back with Adora's Temple, round 75, just hard mode, and now on whatever this map is called, I don't remember. If I had to give it a name, I'd give it Train Tracks, Crossroads, The Shaft. Actually, no, that's way too sexual. The Mine. The Mine would be better. You never know with Ninja Kiwi. Sometimes some of the maps names are so intuitive. Like, you can just look at it, say the first thing that comes to your mind, and that would be the map's name. And then other times it's just, oh, this one's called Bloody Puddles. Like, okay, there was a puddle on the map, so I could have guessed the puddles part, but where the hell did the bloody come from? It's not like a massacred firing range. Alright, so there's our second wall of fire. I don't know why I went on that rant for as long as I did, and it does look like one of the wall of fires can jump over to the other side, which is a little bit awkward, but overall I do think they will roughly be balanced between the two sides. Alright, so then now we focus on our good old friend the Dartling Gun. Now I'm thinking about getting the Dartling Gun around here, just so that we can give him a bit of range to aim down. Like, we're gonna force him to aim down the middle for now. We're gonna point him right at Quincy so we can shoot him in the face. But then once some more difficult waves come in, we can start pointing him up here and down here without balloons right in front of him getting in the way, which I think will be really good. The one thing you don't want to do with your Dartling Gunner is put him in a spot where if there's a lot of balloons around him, he just can't shoot anywhere. And you will find, like, putting him right in the middle here, that would be terrible, because if balloons surround him on this side and on that side, then he can't shoot balloons over here, or over there, or over here, or over there, if you get what I mean. So you got to make sure he's in a spot where he can always hit most of the map, just as he is, so to speak. And we do let a few lives go through every now and then, but that's fine for now. We can set up our second Dartling Gunner, opposite side, make him aim the exact same place, straight for Quincy's head. Not that that gives him a damage buff or anything, there's no secret to that, it's just aim at Quincy's head and you will pop balloons. Alright, but now that we've got one on either side, hopefully we can get another faster barrel spin to deal some more damage here. There we go. Alright, but now that we've got one either side, that balances out the balloon killing, so that we shouldn't leak too many more lives now, if we can help it. And at this point in time, I guess we're going to go for some Moab damage. So I think we're going to set up 2 Moab Maulers right in the middle. And so I will see you guys when we've got that done, because I think we can pretty much do this before 40. Alright, so there's our double Moab Maulers set up perfectly for round 40. And then I think next step would be Hydra Rocket Pods. So we will be waiting for them, but let's see how we deal against round 40 just for now. Because I think we'll be okay, especially with these two guys. Like, the Moab will most certainly pop. Yeah, it's just all the balloons inside that I'm a little worried about. So we need to think about that. Also, I don't know why this side's doing so poorly compared to this top part here. It's so strange. I do not know why. Maybe it's the wall of fire placement? Because a lot of the times this guy can place on the bottom path, but this guy can't place on the top path. So maybe there's just a lack of damage there. If you guys can place those guys a bit more strategically than I have, then might be better off. Because look how many balloons I'm leaking. That's terrible. Let's restart that and get straight back in here. Right. You guys are not going to leak any more lives. You hear me? None of you. Okay. So now that I've told them that they're not going to leak any more lives, and we, cough cough, get an upgrade, we shouldn't leak any more lives now that we've got our good old Dragon's Breath. So as you can see, we did drop quite a few mana shield lives, but that can easily be prevented if you get the Dragon's Breath earlier on. Alright, how do we deal against the Moab? Quite well. We do lose a few lives, but nothing we can't handle. And then we get a lovely break in between to get ourselves another Dragon's Breath and to save up for round 50, which will be our next lot of Moabs. So I'll see you guys when we get there, and we'll see what we can buy. Alright, it's not round 49, but we can afford Hydra Rocket Pods, which will save us some few lives. Like, I think on wave 43, we lost a few more lives just because it was a camo round, and so everything here except for Quincy and the Dartling Gunners were quite useless. So when we get Hydra Rocket Pods, everything starts to go smooth sailing. So we're going to save up for the second one, and then hopefully that'll be before round 49. Alright, second Hydra Rocket Pods, and we're on around 48. Not bad at all. So now, I think all that we really need to do is start getting some abilities on board. Especially the Summon Phoenix ability, just because it's a little less targeted at Moabs, and a little more targeted at just sheer popping power. So it can pop regular balloons, but it can also pop Moabs, whereas the Moab Assassin ability, as well as the Rocket Storm ability, is mainly targeted at Moabs. Mainly. The Rocket Storm can be targeted at regular balloons as well, don't get me wrong, but it's not that great of damage. So we're gonna go for these Phoenixes, and we should be all good now to solve pretty much any problem that comes our way. Ooh, some camo balloons are still a bit of a pain for us, I'm not gonna lie. Ooh, that's actually way too many. Okay. So, I think we're going to have to adjust where our lovely Dartling Gunners are actually aiming. So we're going to have you locked on maybe a little bit further up. and we're going to have you locked on a little bit further down. Actually, we'll aim them both at tracks completely. So there we go. We'll see how this does. I think this gives us more damage time. Okay, that gives us more damage time for one of the tracks, not the other. Okay, so we might just have to manually aim this, which can be a bit tricky, but we should be fine. Pop that one, pop this one. It kind of rolls off into one another, doesn't it? So you pop one, and then the next one's really close by, and then you pop that one, and then you pop this one, and then you pop that one, and then they have to go through that anyway. You pop this guy, and then you pop that guy. It's very nice. You just have to swap between top and bottom track. And there we go. It's fairly easy to get through the rounds. Even with Dartling guns on the opposite side of the map from one another, they can still shoot together to do quite a lot of damage. Okay, regular pink camo balloons shouldn't be a problem. I'm just scared that they're going to send out more camo ceramics again. Wait a minute. We could just get a super monkey. What am I thinking? So let's get a super monkey right up here. Go bottom path first so that he can actually get the camo detection. Why have I not gotten a super monkey until now? I am a stupid monkey. Alright. Let's get that epic range while we can. It shouldn't be too long from now, surely. Now that we're in the late game, we can actually get cash fairly easily. There we go. Okay, so I think that's what we're gonna fully save up for now. If we can get the Dark Knight, then we will. But there you go, it's just a little bit of extra camo damage for us, which helps out quite a lot. So Quincy, the Hydra rocket pods, and our lovely super monkey can all absolutely destroy camo balloons now, which is just lovely news. Alright. Should we maybe get another Summon Phoenix, just in case? I think that might be a good idea. So we're going to do that. We're going to put one down the up, just because this part of the track doesn't get a lot of love, according to where the wall of fires get placed. Round 59 should be quite easy. Round 60, not so sure, but shouldn't be too difficult with all our abilities. Alright, 59 covered nicely, and get ourselves another Phoenix. Alright, time to purposely target this boy with everything we've got. Okay, yeah, 60, no problem. It's 63 that we're looking out for as the big no-no level. Okay, we've got 3 Phoenixes as well, or Phoenices, as I have been so gracefully informed. I always wonder about that, like, obviously the plural for sheep is sheep, and that's just like blown my mind, like the English language always seems to do. But like, oh, here we go, 63, need to pay attention. First wave of ceramics. How do we do just no abilities at all? Do we do well? Not at all. Okay, so just checking, just making sure that we need to use our abilities. Let's use a Phoenix for this first wave. Wow, that was actually pretty late. I'm not sure if that'll actually help. Okay, we did get it. We did get it. Phoenix for the first wave. Phoenix for the second wave, because that'll be coming out soon, so dual Phoenix action should be able to handle that. And then for the final wave, we'll wait for them to meet in the middle, specifically, so that we can use Quincy's ability to finish them both off, like so. There we go. Alright. And then we can get our Dark Knight. I don't know why that didn't purchase. There we go. So we can start knocking Moabs back. Or dealing more damage against Moabs, I should say. And this is it. Round 65. We've got it sorted. Sorry I didn't get to go on about my English language talk. Real bummer, huh? Alright, but we're doing pretty well here. And we've finished another Odyssey. High fives all around, guys. But damn, look at that Dark Knight go. He's slaughtering. Let's get the phoenixes in here. That's actually quite beautiful, that little triangle of phoenix right there. That's beautiful. And there you go. We have completed another Odyssey. Whew. Alright, that was a pretty tough one. Activated. Give us the crappy upgrade parts. We only used 1 Spike Factory and 2 Glue Gunners. Honestly, Spike Factory, Glue Gunner, maybe even the Banana Farm and the Super Monkey were quite useless there. Not gonna lie at all. Our main friend... Oh, and the boats were actually also terrible. Not gonna lie. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the monkeys that we picked were actually pretty useless. So definitely get the cannons. 100% get the wizards. 1000% get the Dartling Gunners. And choose Quincy if you can. Well, you should be able to. Everybody's got Quincy. But if you need to, use Quincy. Hey, look at that. In homage to our best tower, we get a 040. And as you can see, we also got, aside from trophies, we also got some event boxes. So, let's see. We don't want any of them, so we'll just leave it be. Boomerang and an engineer. Very nice. Yeah, and we don't want any of them again. So, Druid and a Dartling Gun. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, so now we can leave. Alright, so that's the Activated Odyssey Part 2 completed. Are there any limited time store items that I'm missing out on? No, I think I've got them all. Alright, so... Actually, I might get some new music. But anyway, that's for offline. That's for non-recording time. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you've all enjoyed this part 2 of Activated, and I'll see you all in the next video. Good luck, guys.